All right, let's see what we got this morning. Go ahead and set this out. Make sure my mic is on. And there. Good morning, 8X and Donnell. I think 8X is a bot that's watching for me to go live. And a thumbnail. Okay, there we go. Let's get started. Save there. Jump back over here. And let's go to the first one. So let's switch over to our scanner. So out here on our scanner, this morning I see a couple that are up with a pretty good amount of volume: ADTX, APVO, ASST, LGBN. So let's look at what has catalyst on today. I am still in my trade on shop. I was expecting it to actually do some gapping up, but once I got up this morning, I looked at it, I was like, bruh. So shop isn't doing the greatest for me, and it's partially because of the spies coming down, but I definitely probably should have not let this turn into a swing trade and took the profit from yesterday. But it's whatever, it's one of those things where it's like, it happens. I'm not down super bad. I'm only down 20 bucks on it, but definitely not trying to let that go too far. Let's go ahead and look through some of these stocks here. So we'll start off with ADTX. ADTX. On the press releases. So ADTX, 2 hours ago, they have a merger agreement going on targeting September 30th. So right now it is July, August, September. So 2 months from now is when this agreement may go into effect. So that is quite a while before this actually takes place. It is up 67%. It looks like the biggest mover that we have right now is $2.68. Let's move on to the next one. If we find good catalysts, I'll add them to the watch. But ADTX, a little bit weak catalyst on that merger 2 months from now. APVO press releases. Released on July 1st, it had announces a closing of 2.75 million offering on July 1st. It is July 17th now, so that news was a little bit further back. Don't know how strong that's going to be. It's only 43 cents. Next, ASST. Haven't found anything that looks super great right now. ASST 6 days ago, best growth stocks, issues, and extensive comprehensive analysis of Asset Entities Inc. They did a reverse split on June 28th. They're up 26%, blah, blah, blah. Not a whole lot there. Let's go to LGVN. Longeveron. Longeveron announces U.S. FDA grants fast-track designation of Lomacel B for the treatment of Alzheimer's disease. Now, we have seen Alzheimer's disease kind of go crazy in the last couple of days. Don't know what it's going to do today. It's up 18%, a little bit less than the other ones without any kind of catalyst. But because it has the Alzheimer's, I guess I'll throw it up there. MLGO. Last put out news on June the 4th, so no recent news on that one, only up 16%. What is this other one? Verb had popped up. Well, it was up way more than it is now, but looks like it went back down. It's 12 cents now. It was at 14 cents earlier. Verb Market Live selected to deliver exclusive shoppable live streams simulcast of Dane Cook and David Meltzer event, The Collab, live from YouTube Theater. Okay. It's only up 9% right now. So as a low float, we really want to see them up more than that, especially if they're that cheap, 12 cents. And then under that, everything else is kind of like under 4%. So CDT, Zero, AT&T is up there a little bit green. And then under that, we have the movers downward, NVIDIA, Maxon. I don't know what Maxon is, but it's a cheaper one with 10 million shares traded on it. So we'll see what happens today. I'm going to be watching out of the open what happens with my shop. It may dive. It may, do something else. I was actually looking at it on, let me brighten this up. Looking at it on the day and where it's actually settling. So yesterday it traded around this level as well, around the 68.50-ish. And I was like, I wonder, can it hold this? Now this point of control right here, that's gold, is from yesterday. I put it on there to see how it would trade around there. And then I also put one at 68.50. And then the point that I thought it could hold yesterday was 68. It did give me the move. It brought me all the way up to 70, but it literally threw a wick up there to 70 and came back down. So, I mean, it was not a great attempt up here at 70. But, I'm not going to just jump out. I want to see what the SPY is going to do. I want to see if it can hold these levels here. And because my entry point was 68.86, so it's like right at the top of this little level here, it kind of hit. But we'll see if it starts to dive 68.50. I'm probably gonna have to go ahead and cut it so it doesn't get too bad. I am red on the week right now. If I took this profit, I wouldn't be as red. This one was up what, $130 something up here at the 70. Would have been nice and green on the week, but did not sell. Thought it could gap up. I was in hope mode. So it happens. But now it is back down here, and we'll see what happens today, if it wants to dump or not. It's only down 1% right now, but that could quickly escalate to 2, 3, 4%. It was up 8% yesterday. And I'm like, well, is it really going to give back all 8? It could. It for sure could, especially with the SPY dropping off like this. Let's look over here at the SPY here. SPY. So the SPY looks like it's in an uptrend, but from yesterday definitely took a nice fall off. At the end of the day, this is where I had my shop going into the close, and the SPY woke up and it actually just went wild up here to the 574s, and now kind of disintegrated. And that's kind of why I was holding into the close, because the shop follows the SPY so much. I was looking for it to just follow the SPY and go on up, but it did not. And it's like, just got to accept it. Just got to accept it. Now I am glad it didn't just gap down to like $60, but still down. Lost this is what I had yesterday, that 120, and now position open. I'm down 21 on the hold position, $21. So not horrible, but from where I was to here, it just shouldn't have happened. I let a day trade become a swing trade, and I was looking at the monthly and all of these other ones. I was looking at the monthly on Shop and seeing it come up. I was like, man, this thing can at least touch 70, 70, 25, maybe 71s up here before it crashes out. And because 70 was the original point, I was like, okay, if it gets past 70, I could put a stop in, let it ride. But of course, things just did not go exactly according to plan. It is 8:08 right now. LGVN was the only thing that we saw with a little bit of catalyst, but looking at the chart here on the 15-minute, came up, crashed down back to 422s. Let's look at ADTX, which had almost no news. APVO, ASST. Okay. So just not a whole lot on those. AT&T continue to go higher though. I like that. Needed to go ahead and break over 19. Well, I don't need it to. I just wanted to. But it would be great if Shop can pull a red to green move. I think the red, let me see, it is down. So I don't know exactly. I'm gonna have to see where this daily opens up. And because in pre-market it's down 1%. So I want to see where it opens up and if it can reclaim any of this up here. The point of control from today though is up here at the 697 right here. 698-ish level, and I'll put that as today's point of control. Would love to see a trade back up there. POC point of control for today. Change that to gold. Okay, so yeah, from yesterday, want to see a trade within this range between these two. It's like a 30-cent range in here that it needs to get into, but we'll see on the open. And it continues to look like it wants to go down, but I'm gonna give it some time. Give it some time. Don't want to rush out anything, but I also don't want to get slaughtered. Almost 200,000 shares on Shop today, and it does have some competition on the board with some of these smaller movers. ADTX needs to fill out. APVO. Good morning, Mike D. I was just going over the shop hold that I was doing overnight, and you know, it just I shoulda. It's always shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? I was up there and I was like, man, if I take this profit, I'd just be green on the week. I'll be small green on the week, but I'll be green on the week. I didn't, and now I'm like, oh man, I should have just took it. I should have just took it. But it's whatever. Give it a little time at the open, and kind of just review everything after the trade. I did enter it in with what I was looking for to hold. The first target was the first hard target I was looking at was just hold the 69.75 and make that move through the $70 level, and it just failed. Yeah, market crash time. Yep. We'll see. We will see. Can it re-enter this highly traded level between 68.69 and 68.97? If it does get back in there, I'm gonna go ahead and slap a stop in here at 68.50. That will be my hard stop on today. And if it retests this level, we'll see. I got to give it some time though. You got 3 puts on Tesla today. Let me see. Have I seen Tesla today? Let's see. Tesla with the gap down. Okay. Now, with the way the SPY is looking, the SPY is definitely supporting what you got going on there. Not really much else to say. It's kind of obvious it's going down, but for me, I'm like, I mean, this thing, the original stop point for this one for me was 68 flat. So right now it is above that 68 level, but I don't want it to just implode down to like 67. These are the previous ATRs down here that I had that I was playing off of yesterday, looking for what it had going. But I want to see the new ATRs come out and if it starts to trade around the ATR highs or the lows. If it goes for the lows, I gotta get ready to pull the chute. Get ready to get on down. And the probability of it going towards the lows is very high. So that's why I'm like, I'm already ready to pull the chute. Like I'm like right there. Mm-hmm. We got about 15 minutes left to the bell. Let's do another rotation of these these other higher movers. ADTX still up 64%. Lost a little bit there. APVO coming down as well. ASST coming down as well. And I'm like, man, even the low floats are showing some showing some really weak moves this morning. So I'm kind of in the position where, I just got to be ready. But it did come down here a couple of times and test this level just like yesterday. So I do see some support here at the 6850. It failed. It shot up here to 70 first time, fell down. And this is where I was entering the first time. Came up here, fell down. And so if it starts to fail at 652 hard, I just got to give up on it. Got to peel out. Shop earnings 731. Yeah, end of the month, but I'm like, man, I could just probably get in another time or something like that. But then again, this could be the start of another uptrend. I don't know. It's one of those things, like they say, the market can say insolvent more than I can stay solvent or whatnot. It can dissolve me out of the market just by moving too much and I'm losing too much. And I'm like, I didn't plan for this loss. This is not risk management. This is just hopefully a gamble towards the end of the month. And I don't want to make it a gamble towards the end of the month. I want it to be something that was structured and planned. So, yeah. Right now, I mean, it's still within the plan being above 68, but, this, I really should have followed and took profit. One of the things that I did not do yesterday was do a hard trail stop. So my trail stop, I pretty much just left it at 68 and let this thing run. And I never did trail up. Usually I'm trailing. So I capture profit no matter what. So I probably would have got stopped out on this little pull down right here. But I just didn't have a stop there. So I would have been out at 69.50 something, which would have still been a pretty good gain from the 69 or the 68.86. But, I was stubborn. I was complacent. All right, let's see what we got. Any other new things popping up? I see Zero is looking trash. CDT looking trash. Intel. That one would probably, I don't know if this one has any, let's see if it has any catalyst on Intel. Intel launches its first U.S. apprenticeship for manufacturing facility technicians. What does that mean? Facility technicians at Arizona. Company plans to train facility technician apprentices over the next 5 years. Okay. So that has some time to kind of develop. I don't know. That's not something that I would probably attack today, but Intel is a moving. 817 coming into this open. Mike D says BOFA says solid growth for shop. Yeah, I believe him. I just need to see it. That's all. Need to see this thing get back over 68.75s today. But definitely below 68, I'm out. That's $80. I gotta be, or actually, is it $80? Because I added those 16 shares, so it's probably a little bit more than $80. My entry, let's do some quick math here. So we got 68, 86 entry. That'll be 86 cents down to that 60. So 116 times that 86 cents will be exactly $100 lost on this one. A little bit less than $100. Okay. I'm okay with $100. I mean, my max loss is 500 on a trade, so that's 1/5 of the max loss. Coming on down to 68.45s here. Let's continue to do our rotation. ADTX, APVO. Yeah, none of the small caps are looking like they were yesterday. There were some 100% moves. I know Silo was up, and there were a couple other small caps that were up. But now with the market kind of looking downwards, it's kind of looking shady. Mike D says sell 2 calls 45 days out. Let me think. So if you buy calls, you want them to go up. If you sell calls, you want it to stay within a range. Let me think. Or is that the Iron Condor? Selling a call. If I sell a call, I think that's the way to look at it. Because if you buy a call, you want it to go up. Holy, holy, holy. So this is the second time that it's come down here to this 68.40 level, which was the lowest of the low of the pre-market level. I want to see if it can hold 68.50s here. 10 minutes left to the open. And all the small caps are singing their little songs. Jump back over here real quick. Those small caps there. I would hope to get called away. It's a good way to think about it. Good morning, Reliable. Looking at a couple of stocks. I'm still holding my shot from yesterday. Waiting to see if this 68 continues to hold, but not a whole lot of faith behind it. ADTX, APVO, and ASST kind of leading the day, but we'll see where they want to go. Watching everything. Here are the scans for today that I'm looking at. So these are the top market percent movers. If I sort by volume, we got Verb up here with 40 million shares, APVO 34 million, Nvidia 14, but it's headed downwards. Zero, ADTX, and those. So that's the volume, and then this is just the percent gainers. LGVN is the only one that I saw that was some okay catalyst, but it's only up 19%. It does not look like it's trying to be a challenger on the day just yet. Oh boy, shop is continuing to go down. So it looks like it is going to be trying to break that 68 down. I'm going to put a hard stop down there at the 68 here. So it's coming down here to 68.17. And yeah, I gotta definitely get ready. What's it? 116.68 flat. I'll put it right under the 68s. It's 23 cents, so it does not have a whole lot to move at all. It's got what, 7 cents left. And if it comes down here during the I'm gonna stop out during the intraday once it opens. If it doesn't want to pull up here. So the bottom here is 68.18 on this candle, and still looks like it's finding some selling pressure there. And the SPY also is finding some selling pressure. If I look over here on my larger time frames, does look like it has walked down. It had this big kind of buy up right here and then just walked down through that buy up. back towards the previous levels of the 68 flat is where it looks like it's headed. Interesting. Right now I'm down for 50 bucks. 50 bucks. And the point of control has moved down. So that's also not a good sign. So more volume is coming down in here. Point of control moved to 68, 69, which was the point of control from yesterday. All right. If you want me to dive, I'll dive. I'll dive out immediately. I'm okay with a $100 loss. I'm okay. We got 6 minutes to the open. ADTX. Now, if the SPY can possibly start reversing, then I'll have a little bit more confidence to put in a trailing stop instead of a hard, or I guess both of them will be hard stop, but put in a trailing stop a little bit higher than 68, like 68.20s or something like that. But right now, looking around at these charts for these small caps, ADTX still leading the way with 63%. APVO is continuing to fall. ASST continuing to fall. And LGVN just holding kind of steady. Reliable says ASST could have some potential. Possibly, we'll see. Got 4 minutes. Four minutes, and the SPY is not looking great. It's looking kind of sick, actually. This thing is literally right at the 68s. And the possibility of it jumping back up is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So, up here, the ask is at the 68.40s. The bid is down here at 68.10. Can we get that bid to close the gap, or are they going to stay down there at 68.10s? If they stay down there, it could be a big sweep downwards on the open. But I'll have to see what happens here. Definitely want to give it the first couple of minutes, even if it does like do a super dip. Still gonna give it the first couple of minutes to make a decision. Don't want to just be rash and be like, oh, let me just jump. You know, give it some time. Yeah. 2 minutes left. ADTX. Yeah, so small caps are definitely not looking that hot. We'll see what ADTX can do though. It's got a merger agreement that's going to happen like 2 months from now. So I don't know why people are excited now, but I don't know. Merger agreements, I don't know about those. Shop coming on down 2% on the day, 2%. So yesterday it was up 8. Today it is down 2. So that means what, it's sitting around 6%, a 6% increase still on the month or whatnot. Less than a minute 30 to go. Reliable says HRM 35 level, HRMY 35 level could have your interest. AEHR earnings were interesting to look through in the after hours. Okay, we'll go check those out. Got a couple minutes. HR, or less than a minute, my bad. HRM. What is this thing? Is this a dividend stock or something? MY is not a dividend stock. Looks like it. I don't know what the average volume is, but kind of looks like it barely moves. Let's look at AEHR. You are. Oh, what's up, Mr. Caramel? What up with it? Now this one looks better. AEHR test systems. That one looks better for sure. On the I'm looking at the monthly over here. Looks like it has ripped a couple of times. Let's see, $20, $50, and right now it says 16. All right, let's get ready for the open and see how everything goes. Jump up here to this one real quick. So start off, shop dives down. Let's see if it comes back up. Has pretty low volume right now. And let's see what the SPY is doing over here. SPY is coming up though. So looking for this, the ATR up here needs to get back up here towards the 68.47. Right now, the thought is bearish right now though. So this first 15 minutes, let's see if it can hold up, and I'll keep my eye on that one. Let's jump back over to ADTX. ATR is now out as well. So ATR high is up here at the 286 for that one. Right now, the thought is bearish as well. Looks like it's trying to hold up. Let's go up here to APVO. This is a 42-cent one. Do I really want to look at this one? It ain't even loading in. What's going on? See, this is the opening kind of shish kebab that we get caught in sometimes. LGVN was the other one that did have a little bit of catalyst on the day, and it's already going towards the bullish way of the 439s, but you know, maybe a stair step. I don't know. This one was so far away at 499s and it pulled back. Back up here. Let's see what we got here. Intel popping up there on my large cap criteria, popping in. Okay, let's go look at that one. Intel. Big stepper. Big stepper coming up here to the ATR highs. It had a little bit of catalyst, but it's, you know, it still wasn't the greatest, but it is moving up. It's one of the few that's moving up against the trend. So still looking at Shopify, see what it wants to do. Threw a wick all the way down here to the 67.61s. But it's going to need to get back above 68s, and I'm going to be slapping a nice stop right behind it when it does, if it does. But if it comes down here and breaks this 67.57, I got to be out as well. So this is going to be my, once this candle closes, this is going to be my out at the 67.58. And I'm going to let it play above this. And if it can get back above 68, then I'll go ahead and look to slap a stop in right there at the 68 flat and see if it can do any kind of movement upward. Looking over here on the SPY, this is what the SPY is doing right now. SPY showing a little bit of upward motion, but not really a whole lot. ATR up here at the 559s based on the hourly. Of course, I run it on the hour and the 15-minute and all of that stuff. So, but still a nice little uptrend. We see that it is red on the weekly. Let's pull up the daily right here. Daily had a little gap down, and you know that is very bearish looking on the daily. But we'll see if it can hold up. And I'll also keep an eye on shop, which is back over. It looks like it's getting back over 68s, and this is why I wanted to wait a little bit, because I was like, okay, let's just give it a second, let it shake out, and see what it can do. Now my stop will be at the 67.59s down here, just to start off for this candle to close. Looking for it to get back over 68.50s if it can. with the SPY coming on up as well. It is an inside candle on the daily chart. You can see this huge green and then like an inside candle came down here to this bottom and it's trading around. So still going to be definitely mindful of where I'm at. Looking for it to keep the ideal of bullishness above this 68.50 if it can. Want to see it push up though to 68.50. Right now it only has 667 shares traded on it. But it is a bullish idea for right now for me. So I'm just going to chill out. 80, I see a mid cap popping up here. GTLB. GTLB, what do you got going? It's going down though. I don't like that. It's up 8. It was up 8%. And now just kind of making a move down. Don't know the exact catalyst on it. Let me go look real quick. GTLB. GitLab. GitLab press releases. We have GitLab achieved. So this was on June 25th, so it doesn't have any recent catalysts anyway. 80TX. What you got going on out here? ADTX, man, this thing's loading a little bit slow, but it is the beginning of the market. ADTX came down here and tested the bottom ATR there, right at that low, and is going towards what looks like a bullish idea, but I don't know yet. This is just the first green ATR, the first bullish ATR at 276, and the next one is 10 cents away at 286. Looking over here back to Longeveron. This one definitely pushed up there through the ATR high. Is it gonna go into? See, it's not even. Okay, there it goes. There we go. It's catching up now. All right, Longeveron coming up to the top where this was the 471 there. It's up 32%. 32% there. Interesting. Getting a little shaky. All right, ADTX. Boy, these things are slow. Let's jump over here to Intel. Intel pushing on up. Had a breakout from 36.50 all the way up here to 37.17. Looking real bullish on the daily chart. Breaking over this previous level of the 35.06 here. So it tested here, failed, tested, failed, and now gapped completely over this of the 35s. Mike D says, I got 100 shares of LGBN. Playing with the big boys. Shop, what you got going? Why you coming back red, bro? Just chill out. Chill out, bro. Stay above 68 for the close of this candle. So I'm definitely going to be keeping my eyes on this. If things go okay today, I'll probably just continue to hold this, but I don't want to lose too much on this, and I want to be able to trade because I got money tied up in this right now. So I'm just going to be just sizing out as it goes. For me to get back green, of course, it'll have to get back to 68.86. So that is quite a ways away. That'll be back in this zone where the point of control was on these previous days. Anyway, AT. Oh, come on, man. Give me what I'm looking for. Okay, Longeveron. Still around this 472 level. The idea is full bullish here. It is above the ATR of 442. And as long as it holds that, I just trust it until I can't anymore. And that's pretty much how I play those. APVO coming on down. LCFY coming on down. Only 8 million shares there. MLGO trash. ASST coming on down. And Intel coming on down. Okay. Come on, shop. Chill out. Stay above 68. So it's got a couple minutes until this one closes. After the first 15 minutes, I'll kind of start making my decision of what I want to do. Especially if it starts really cracking down here, I'm gonna go ahead and jump on out. Maybe 100. I know 68 was $100 loss. Probably was this another 50 cents down here, 50 something cents. That's gonna be adding up there. So definitely we'll be looking to get on down here. And it looks like it is staying bearish on this idea. And so yeah, that's gonna, once this candle closes, that's going to concrete my decision basically. If it does break down, jumping back up there to 68 real quick. So all over the place. What is shim? Shim, slow moving, low float, 36%. All right, well, it is time for me to get to my morning meeting. LGVN still holding up. I will let you guys know in the Discord. I think a Discord link dropped into the chat. Yeah, it did. That will be where I update you guys, and it's kind of the fastest way to talk to me during the day while I'm working. So yeah, you can hit me up that way. What else? If you're gonna continue trading, definitely keep your head on a swivel. It is Hump Day Wednesday. I don't know if there was any kind of news or anything that was supposed to come out today. Let me look at that real quick. FOMC. If it was news, press releases, that's 12, no news, events. Okay, 12/17 speech by Governor Waller on the economic outlook. Speech by this guy on the challenges facing economic measurement. That was yesterday. So yeah, this is the only thing, economic outlook, whatever. All right, so that is it for the stream today. I'll be back on Friday. And I will, like I said, update you guys. Hopefully shop holds up and just wants to pull a nice red to green move, and I can just be, lovely today. But I'm still ready to jump out. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Be careful, be safe, and be aware. I think that's everything. Oh, don't forget to hit the like button. If you enjoy the content, definitely subscribe. We look at everything basically and see where opportunity is in the market. Sometimes, I get greedy, like with shop. Could have took the 130 that I had in pocket. Didn't. Just watched it go away and fade away. So it's whatever. But anyway, that is it for today. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.